first started building in The Sims, I used to do a lot of recreating of houses from real life photos. And I feel like that was very helpful for me at the time because it gave me some ideas and it kind of helped me figure out how to do floor plans. But now I don't really do that as much anymore. Occasionally I'll have like a reference photo or some inspo pics, but I don't really do true recreations. And so I thought today it might be kind of a fun challenge for us to try to recreate a floor plan from one of those floor plan websites. Oh, and the boss is here. She's ready to observe as we start building. But there's loads of websites like this one. I don't really have a favorite or like one that, what are you doing? Or like one that I would recommend. But these are websites that sell the floor plans so that you can build them in real life, which like I'm not gonna do. But I could definitely use this as inspiration for my Sims build. And I really like the exterior of this house. I love the brick. I love the like green siding. And there's an exact floor plan that we can try to follow. And this kind of thing can be really helpful as like a jumping off point if you're starting to get into building. Although I wouldn't really recommend trying to follow this kind of thing exactly because most of the time the scale of stuff that works in real life just does not translate into the game. But for the sake of the video, I'm gonna try and follow this as exactly as I can. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with a 2-car garage. And I think I'm gonna build it on this lot in Newcrest because it's got 2 sides of road. I really like to use this lot for houses that have a garage because I can put the front of the house on this side and then the garage and the driveway on this side. My cat is being so needy right now. She keeps trying to grab my hand and force me to keep petting her. It's actually really cute. I'm sorry, I know, I'm just like yapping away and not petting you. I guess the other problem about this floor plan is that we don't have a picture of the back of the house. They don't have like a rendering or a drawing of the back. So we're gonna kind of have to wing that a little bit, but we'll base it off of what this looks like and we'll try and copy it from here. I can see the window placement and the chimney and everything, so it should be okay. And also, it looks like they've got almost like a platform going on the outside because they have stairs here and then more stairs up there. So I kind of want to try and do that too, but I'm not really sure how it's gonna work. I might put like almost the entire lot on a platform and then we can just remove parts as we need it. This is the kind of thing that sounds so weird when you first say it. Okay, let's begin. So this is gonna be the front porch. I know it looks really dumb, but hear me out. Maybe I should paint most of this with grass. Perhaps that makes it make more sense, right? Okay, and then I think we want the garage, oh dear. I think we want to have the garage be shaped like this. I'm not really sure about the scale. It might need to be a little bit bigger than that. Then back behind it, they have a family room. And the family room looks like it's kind of skinny. And they also have a chimney behind that. Oh, you know what? I think that maybe this front entrance, oh, the walls need to be taller. I think that maybe this front entrance might need to be 3 tiles wide just so we can fit the staircase in there. See, this is where the scale starts to get really weird. I kind of want to have the staircase like right there. Can that go up even high? What the? I can't tell if that's the same height. Oh, doing this with platforms is so cursed. Okay, this is the right height. And then these inside bits, let me just paint those not grass so that we can see the whole thing better. Okay, I think it can be a little bit smaller then. So there would be an archway there and another archway here. This is the dining room. I need to move objects on. I think unfortunately the dining room actually goes like this, so it needs to be a smaller archway. This one looks like a square, like a 4x4 kind of square. Oh, you know what I just noticed? The staircase turns. How on earth am I supposed to do this? Okay, wait. Let me make this bigger. I think the staircase needs to go like that actually. Oh boy, okay. Well, that makes the dining room have a slightly nicer archway entrance to it, so that's probably for the best. Already, the scale is totally messed up. Like you can already see that this is supposed to be smaller. We need to have like half tiles or something to make it exact, but we just can't do that. Okay, so this is like a little half bathroom right here. I think technically they have a pantry in this space and the half bathroom is like this small. That might be a bit much. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, you know what else is the problem? The garage needs to go to there. Oh, this is terrible. I need to make this room bigger because the breakfast nook is supposed to be back behind this. So we need to have space for it. Like this needs to be the breakfast nook. They also have what looks to be like a 2x2 laundry room, but this is where I need half tiles again as well because this hallway is too skinny. I guess if we really needed to, we could make the dining room a little bit bigger. I'm not sure what the best thing to do is, but that feels right to me. And then there's supposed to be like a deck. It can be kind of big. in the back of the house. They also have, the kitchen is kind of like on an angle, which I just don't know if I can justify that. Like that's what they've done in the floor plan, but the kitchen being on an angle is so hard. I think they did it because they wanted to have a closet in the laundry room, which makes sense in real life. Like that is a totally reasonable thing to do. But in The Sims, we said we were gonna copy it though, didn't we? So I should copy it. That was the rule. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of some of the platform that's on this back section because we mostly want the platform to be in the front, I think. We obviously don't want this in the back either because we want to be able to have the driveway. Okay, well that's a start. And then I guess we'll have the driveway somehow like this. In real life, it would be all sloped and stuff. I don't really want to mess with the terrain tools because I kind of want to have like a brick wall instead of having terrain tools, but hopefully I don't regret that. Let me put a ceiling on top of this stuff because somehow I don't have one. I'm kind of scared about the upstairs. Let me look at this big so we can think about it more. So it's open to the downstairs. How does that make sense? Oh, the staircase is like, wait, I do not understand what this symbol means. I'm looking at this and I'm trying to understand, like, why is the staircase straight ahead when it is not like that from over here? It says down and this is the up. So how? Is this just rotated? No, it's not. This is still the front. What on earth? I should have looked at this more closely before I started. I didn't look at it and now I'm so confused. Maybe we should base it a little bit off of the, okay, let's start by trying to do the facade a bit more. I can't even do the facade correctly. It's not physically possible. Like this part, the heights, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is go back a little bit and I'll put some roofing in there. I think that's the closest we can get to it being accurate. From what I can tell, I think it goes like that. And then I think the rest of it goes like this. I hate how that's gonna look with the garage, but I think that's right. Okay, let's start thinking about this. I'm scared. Okay, they have a bedroom right here. Oh, that's the wrong place. They also have a bathroom over here and then another bedroom. I think the hallway is gonna have to be really small. One thing that's kind of nice is they have all these closets, which we don't really need in The Sims, but we can definitely do here. Oh, this is supposed to be a square though. How? I think it's because in real life, the wall would be like right here for the closet and it would be really skinny, but we can't do that. Maybe I'll ditch the closet in this room because it's already weird with the bump out. Like we just can't really do it right. Okay, over here, there would be, oh, it's actually kind of big. It's like a large walk-in closet and a large bathroom. It kind of looks like that, and this is for the toilet. Oh, you know what I'm just noticing? I think this needs to change the scale again. I think there needs to be a bedroom like here. I think that's right. Although maybe I'll make it, I don't know. I think this room is supposed to be bigger, but I just can't, like, I wish I had half tiles. I'm looking at this and I'm getting so frustrated with myself. Okay, let's start thinking about the roof. I'm gonna put all these ceiling pieces back in. Okay, I think the roof should be manageable. I think we should be okay, but I'm not sure. So let's just begin and we'll see what happens. Step one is there's supposed to be a roof like this, and then we need to have a roof piece like right here. Okay, that's actually not too bad already. I think I need to fix this. I really want to make sure it's not clipping anywhere. So I'm going to try and do this in like a bunch of different parts so we can avoid the clipping. This is like 5 different roof pieces, maybe even 6. That's a good start. And then we're going to have this. Oh, that's going to be so tall. Okay, we know what we signed up for. This is fine. So it has like the double layering a little bit, you know? Maybe I should have made this part taller because it takes up so much space. In real life, this is not so high up. Like this is lower. But we can't do that because we're stuck with the height of the wall. Okay, it's interesting. It's interesting, I would say. I think that on this like little front piece, I'm pretty sure that they've done the roof with one of these and they made it like it's like a copper color or something. Personally, I don't really like that, but we'll see. I'll try and make it work. They also have more of that like copper color over here in the front of this. Yeah, and then this part, this is not on the actual house. This is something that we're adding because we have to try and make it work somehow with the roof line. This is all just to try and make this part work, and I don't really know what to do about that. Maybe we should start putting the bricks in. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm really going to great lengths right now to avoid some of the things that are scaring me with this build. This part needs to be brick as well. Doesn't look as good. It doesn't look nearly as good as I thought it was going to. The picture is just so cute, and then the scale of this is so off. I think the problem is that I want this roof to be lower, but you just can't do that. Like we're stuck with the height of the walls. So it just is gonna be this size. Okay, we want windows that have shutters. This one is round with a shutter, which I think looks a little bit more like what they have in the front. I think theirs is a little bit smaller, but we can still do it. Then they have a door kind of like this. It actually also has the black, but the whole side panels are white. We can't do that. So I'm gonna stick to this door, and I'm not gonna love it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And then we can try and get some kind of big windows, which should hopefully help as well. And then they need like a little arched window. A lot of the arched windows I don't really like, but they have one up here. I think actually maybe the one from University might match better. It's kind of like this. Okay, and then perhaps on this side we can get these. That does not look nearly as good as I thought it would. Oh my god. Okay, what happens if it gets extended out? It actually, I think, would look better like that, but we can't. So I think Spa Day kind of has the right color. It's almost like the exact color of the shirt that I'm wearing. Oh, that's too much. Never mind. Growing Together. Growing Together has the right color. Yeah, it's kind of like that. And it is like the same color as the shirt that I'm wearing. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do on the side of the house yet. We're gonna have to solve that problem later. Can I get a slightly bigger roof trim? The thing is, I feel like they have a really big roof trim, but simultaneously, I feel like we cannot use that because it's gonna have to clip inside, won't it? Like they want this part. I think this whole thing is open to the below, and that's clipping, which is horrible. I don't think what they've done here is smart. Maybe I'll change the stairs. I think maybe it's just too far what they've done. It's like too weird. Because if we had the staircase just be towards the front, everything will be bigger. And it doesn't even rotate in theirs. Like what they've done doesn't even rotate like this. Instructions unclear. You've given me a bad floor plan. I think that looks more like the build. And then this little half bathroom can be bigger, which I think is probably nicer for the sake of the Sims, you know? Yeah, it makes the floor plan upstairs make more sense too. Oh, cool. We can see the horrible platform clipping. So that's great. Yeah, I feel really conflicted about this because I think that the bigger trim looks so much better from the outside, but then the interior clipping is like such a problem. I mean, here's the thing. I wonder if we could justify it being like an extra bedroom or something. No, I can't. Who am I kidding? I also want this part of the roof. Like, you see how you can see the white line? I want this part of the roof to go in. But then this is a problem. Like, that's just not gonna work. Well, let's continue on with our attempts at fixing the outside. I wonder if we can have this go all the way around, because that actually looks way better, I think. I mean, we'd have to change the interior, but that could be a way to solve the outside looking weird. Okay. Yeah, see, instantly, problem solved. Problem solved. Unfortunately for us, I think it's gonna have to be this way because I just can't deal with this. I think I'm also gonna make their little closet smaller because there's no need for it to be big like that. And that way the hallway makes more sense. So that's our biggest departure, but I think it was worth it. Also, it looks like they have really nice trim just around these windows in the front, and I wish that I could do that. So I'm gonna try and put some columns. Well, they kind of have trim. Maybe like the pieces that are siding have trim, but the brick does not. Okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna put this here too because it needs it bad. It just has to like stop somehow, but then I want it everywhere. Oh, I hate when houses do this where they have like only brick as a facade in the front. This is what it looks like in the picture, but I don't like it. I know they have black shingles, so we can get those almost everywhere, but not here, because that's where it needs to be copper. Do we even have that? Oh dear God. Can I please not? Can I just not do that? I don't think I can do it. I just don't think I can pull it off. Okay, I am gonna use this column. Of course, nothing else matches. We also need to have a brick wall, of which there are none. So it's probably gonna need to be like a half wall, right? Because we want to get it around this part. And then they want to have a little brick staircase. This is the whole reason we did the platform thing. So this better work out. They have like their little walkway. Honestly, I actually kind of like that. It looks better than I thought it would. The brick column is throwing me off. I wish that we could match the brick. I feel like I can tell that they also have a spandrel situation. Maybe we'll just use a different column. We know it can't be exact, so we can just do the best we can. Okay, looking back at this, we need to get the garage door in. I wish I could see what their roof line looks like on the back. I want to see like this part too, and we just can't. So I was planning on using this snowy escape door for the garage. Maybe I'll have this go up to the edge. Okay, I'll put a column there on the end of it too somehow. That's really weird. Also, they don't have this, but we're gonna need to have this. This is where the door to the garage needs to be, and it needs to be tall because they're gonna have to be able to access the house, so it's gonna have to be like a large staircase. That's just the only way to solve the height problem. This garage is a little bit too big. I would say. But I guess like in real life, people want like a 2-car garage, don't they? So I understand. It's just not really necessary in The Sims. Okay, I'm gonna put this window directly above the garage door. I don't know if that's right. I actually think it is. Maybe the window looks like that because I think what they have is a shower here and then a tub right there. Oh, this is awful. Okay, the back needs to be this color again, and we'll get brick on the chimney. I think I need to duplicate the chimney also so it goes up, and then probably have like a half wall for it to be the actual chimney part. Hate that. Just absolutely despise it. It's okay. I think I'm also gonna scoot maybe the whole lot over a little bit so that the driveway can be smaller. Okay, I'm starting to think about windows now. So I put these 2 in the living room and I got this nice wide archway. And then I think the back door, it looks like it's small. I feel like it's probably something like this. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Okay, the deck has to be even taller. I know they also have like some kind of fence around the deck in the back. I wonder if we could try to connect up the driveway. We don't know what the side of their house looks like anyway, but we can maybe try and connect this up because that makes the back look nicer. Okay, for the windows, this is gonna be awful. I can tell they have like 2 windows right here in the breakfast nook, and then there's like 1 more over the kitchen sink. I think the back just looks horrendous because when I look at this, I don't think these things are lining up. Or maybe just the scale is off, but like these are centered, right? These 2 windows in the family room, and then upstairs they are not centered in this primary bedroom. I think because they have the bed probably supposed to be here, so they've moved the windows to the far sides of the room, but we can't even do it like that. Like with how we have this laid out, maybe the bedroom gets smaller because then if we do it like this, we could just have them be centered again. That looks awful. It looks so bad from the back. Whatever. Let's just make them nice from the inside. That's what they would do in real life probably. This bathroom is supposed to have a window too. And luckily we can just have the exact same one below it in the laundry room. So that's something nice at least. Okay, we can get another archway to connect up the dining room back to the kitchen. I want to get some doors. So the garage door has to be there. The powder room door is there. We have a laundry room door right here. This is like a pantry closet. This is like a laundry closet. Upstairs we got a couple closets for each of the bedrooms. There's supposed to be a closet in this room. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Sometimes things don't work out. And this is one of those times. Okay, I think that all the doors are added in now. I'm gonna put some wood floors in a lot of the house so we can get all of these. Oh, you know what? This is like a builder grade new build. They probably have carpet upstairs, right? I would bet it's carpet all over the place upstairs, in the closets too, because that's cheaper. So people like to do stuff like that. There's also tile, and honestly, this tile kind of looks like the base game linoleum. So I might use that for the bathrooms and like the laundry room and stuff. I think that this entire side, the whole back of the house is tile. Oh, look, this is like all the way on the ground. We gotta fix that so they can actually use the closet. I'm just putting like black wallpaper in the voids because we can't use them. So I'm just gonna cover them up so it looks like an actual void. Oh, this is also way down there. Oops, sorry, now it's fixed. Okay, my guess is that in real life, they would probably just paint all these walls like white or maybe even beige everywhere. So I'm gonna do that too. I mean, picture it, it's just a new build house. So they're trying to save as much money as possible wherever possible. I think even in the bathrooms, I think they just put like a clean coat of the same paint everywhere. This is bothering me so much. I think if we move the lights around, we can kind of fix it, which is good. I got a stair railing. Some of these rooms I think need to have 2 lights in them because they're like a little bit dark. I can tell there's supposed to be a window for some reason on the side of this family room. It looks like on the floor plan, there's a window like right there. Why? Why? I don't understand why they would do this to me. Oh my God. Okay, they also have a fireplace. I think I'm gonna use this one because I really like this fireplace. Although maybe it's better to have one that has more brick because we've got all this brick outside. What about this one? What do you look like? This one doesn't really have like a red brick. I don't know. This one looks kind of weird. I don't know if I like that one. What about the base game one? Oh, you don't come in red brick either. Okay, I think I'm sticking to this one. I think I want to furnish this house almost sort of like how it would probably come in real life as a new build. Like I kind of just want to put the fixtures, like the kitchen counters, maybe the washer and dryer, the appliances, but not decorate the house. Like I want it to be move-in ready, sort of. I think they'd probably have upper cabinets in that laundry room. I might also give them a backsplash. I'm gonna be nice. They can have a backsplash. I'm really scared about the kitchen. I'm like kind of dreading it a little bit. Okay, here we go. So in the kitchen, they kind of have like a breakfast bar thing, sort of like this. And then they have counters going this way. Theirs is kind of like that, to be honest with you. Like the actual kitchen looks a little bit like this. It's hard for me to do this because I know that it's not functional. So it's really hard for me to justify putting the kitchen like this. I feel like theirs is like bigger too, because they have the stove is like centered on this wall. I think it's because in real life, they have the counters like scooted further back. Like this is smaller on the angle. This just like physically does not work though. So I don't really know what to do about this. This is horrible. I'm staring at this picture and I'm like, this is just, let's try this slightly differently, okay? Let's just see what happens if we do, oh gosh, that's weird. I wanna see what happens if we do not have the angles. We can still try and make it kind of interesting. Like maybe we can put these cool corner pieces and have the fridge right here or something. But I'm just kind of hoping that if we do it this way, it'll make more sense within the constraints of the game. We kind of have to try and balance all of that, you know, as we're playing. And I feel like that's right. I feel like this is worth it. I think I'm gonna put the sink right here. I'm also gonna give them a dishwasher. I think they deserve to have a dishwasher. Okay, they can have probably some of these upper cabinets in the laundry room. I don't actually typically put cabinets in my Sims laundry rooms, which is funny because in real life, like that would be so useful. But I tend to just put shelves in them, open shelving. But like when you think about it more practically, it is nice to have closed cabinets because you can put like cleaning supplies in there and not have it just out and about. I'm gonna put a range hood in there. I think I'm gonna put a fire alarm. That would be nice. I'm probably gonna give them a burglar alarm too. This is again like fixtures, things that are installed in the house. How about a thermostat like by the garage door? Okay, I'm thinking because these little closets are supposed to be like the pantry and then probably like a linen closet. I think I'm gonna put shelving in them. In real life, you would want shelving like this. Maybe in The Sims it's useless, but I'm gonna do it anyway. We've also managed to make this bathroom a lot bigger. They have the toilet here and the sink here, but their bathroom is more like this size, tiny. We have more space. So if we want to, we could possibly even get another shower downstairs. I think that's like a fair trade-off for us to add a shower in. I think I'm gonna put toilet paper and a mirror. I might also put the towel bar because I feel like obviously having a towel on the towel bar is maybe not right, but the towel bar itself is a fixture. Like that probably would be hung up by the builder. I'm not gonna put a table in here. I kind of just want to see the scale. Yeah, in this breakfast nook, you have to have a smaller table, just like 2. Or you could get rid of the pantry and make it bigger so you can fit, like we could do this and have a larger breakfast nook, but I kind of like having the pantry, so I think I'll stick to it. I'm gonna hang up this light because in real life, they'd probably have a light fixture hung up that you could center the table under. I might get one of those lights by the front door too. And then maybe honestly another one in the dining room. I guess probably nothing goes in the dining room. Like we aren't gonna put any furniture in there or anything. Same thing with the living room. We probably can't put anything in there. Maybe I'll put a ceiling fan in the center of it. That could be nice. I wanna get a different texture for the garage floor. I kinda wanna have one that like looks a little bit more garagey. And then we could possibly use some of the restoration workshop kit stuff because there's like that wallpaper, it's unfinished. Oh, actually, maybe that's what we put in the gaps. In the chimney? No, I think the chimney plate would be brick actually in real life. What kind of staircase should we use? Maybe I should use would they have brick staircases in here? I think it'd probably be concrete, right? This one from high school years, this is like a little concrete stair, sort of. This reminds me of my grandparents' house. They had like a really tall stair. Theirs were wood though, like plywood kind of situation, like not even stained or anything, but their house had something kind of like this, tall stairs into the house from the garage. I actually want to use that laundry day light. I think this one, just the light bulb hanging from the ceiling is so good. So I'm gonna put that in there. It can be kind of dark, right? Let's keep the rail on just the left side so it's not clipping into the wall. I can't believe we can finally do that now. Oh, this looks terrible. Okay, scoot it over. And then upstairs, maybe they should have an extra thermostat by the primary bedroom door. Oh, let's get rid of the rail on the left, the only one on the right. Maybe I'll extend the stairs out. I don't think it looked like that in the picture, but we can make ours fancy. We might as well. I'm gonna put these. These are like the shelves from Dream Home Decorator that have a clothing rack on the bottom. So I'm gonna put those inside of the closets because then you can hang up your clothing. That'll be good. This room that you can barely see is gonna have the toilet in it. I think they have a shower tub combo in this bathroom, so I'm gonna get rid of the window. In real life, you can have windows inside of shower tub combos. In The Sims, you cannot. It also looks like they have a cabinet with a sink on it, which is pretty nice. I don't really remember what side the stuff needs to be in for them to be able to get into this tub. So hopefully it's in the right place. I don't actually know. And I feel like this kind of builder grade house, they always use just those big slabs of mirror. You know what I mean? Like this. It's nice, it's big, but it's not like fancy or anything. Okay, and then in this bathroom, shower goes there, the tub goes next to it. I think they have like a wall. Maybe we can put some tile on it. We can do tile in this bathroom. Maybe I won't do tile in all the bathrooms, but we can like fancy up the primary bathroom, you know? No, I'll do it in all the bathrooms. Who am I kidding? It looks better this way. Okay, and then hopefully they can still get into this tub. This is so tight. I think the sinks go like this inside of this bathroom. I kind of like that. That's neat. Okay, I need to make sure they have toilet paper and also maybe some kind of towel bar again. Is there any wall space for a towel? Maybe right here, towel bar. Okay, that might be the whole interior complete. All right, let's revisit the front because we need to figure out the landscaping. I want to try to be as true to this landscaping as possible. I'm seeing big giant tree, some pointy trees, little bushes, some pinkish flowers. I wish I could have brick on the top of this. I think I'm gonna put a white half wall trim. I feel like I want this to go around the side a little bit more. Maybe we'll try that just for the visual interest of it all, because then I can have this nice big tree right here. You know what? Hiding it with trees is the right call. I think I want to get some of these trees over in the back too. These like nice cypress ones. It just broke all of my brick that I painted. I hate half walls. They're so annoying to work with. I think that's back. Oh, this is a relief. Oh my gosh, there wasn't a trim back there. That actually is huge. It looks way better now with trim. This isn't really what they have. They kind of have what looks like a bunch of small bushes together. I'm gonna use this hedge bush. It's like a row of hedges. I really like this. I use it a lot in my builds, and I think that it's nice for this purpose. I'm gonna use it down here also because we just don't really have like one singular small bush that would look nice like this. We have like the round one, but I think this looks weird when you try and put multiple of them together. I don't know. It's like too uniform. It's too round. Let's get a mailbox towards the front. I think I'll probably change this flooring to look like this. And then maybe we could do like a, I don't know, some kind of like more grayish driveway. I got some lights by the front porch. Oh, maybe this should be brick. Oh, you know what? Now that I say that, I feel like I can totally see that whole thing being brick. Maybe this whole walkway should be brick too. Maybe even like the back porch. I like that. That feels like really true to what we've been trying to do anyway. I feel like that fits. I am actually gonna go into debug now because there's one specific bush that I want to use, and I'm hoping that I can do it even though we got the platforms. Okay, it's this one. This bush is in the base game, like regular base game build mode, but there's a darker green version of it in debug, and I think that the house needs that. I feel like these hot pink hydrangeas, this might be kind of the right thing for us to use in the front. We want them to be centered with the windows probably though, right? I want those to go forward. Uh-oh, I might have to use that weird bush. I'm gonna do what I just complained about, and I'm gonna put a bunch of them together. Maybe these can get smaller in the front as well. Okay, I mean, this isn't really how I would probably landscape this if I was just building it in The Sims, but I think that looks like the landscaping of the picture. Okay, honestly, I don't know what else we can add. I think that might be the best that we can do. I really feel sad about this because I thought it had a lot of potential. I don't think it's bad by any means. It's just like, I don't think it's like the best that it could be, but I did the best that I could with the constraints that we set for ourselves. And I'm glad that we tried it. It was fun. Seriously though, if you're looking to try to start building, I would really recommend trying to use floor plan websites, but don't copy them exactly like this. Like maybe just use the vibes of the layout, like the concept of having a dining room here and the kitchen in the back with a breakfast nook. That's a good idea, but I wouldn't get too worried about the exact scale because it just never translates well into the game. But I think with that, I am gonna wrap this video up right here. I'll put the build on the gallery for you if you want to use it. We managed to get an extra bedroom and an extra full bathroom in too, which I think is worth it for The Sims. It just like the clipping wasn't working. It would have been nice to have the 2-story entryway, but like sometimes these things just don't work out. But anyway, thank you again for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'm gonna catch you all tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody. This makes me think how badly I want more landscaping, like more just like plain bushy landscaping in this game. Wouldn't that be nice?